Good evening, everyone. Gonna wait for people to come up on the live. Yeah, tonight's show we're gonna be on between 5 and 6. Right, I'm just gonna add up Crystalla. One moment. There you go. Right, I'm just adding her up now. Hi, Hejilak.
Hello.
Oh, hi, darling.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, darling. Good to
Good.
see you.
I know. God, what a busy one it's been.
Yeah, it certainly has, isn't it? It really, really has. Very hot as well, still humid. Isn't it?
I know.
Oh man. I just want to big up Craig's up on the live. Welcome. Good to see you. Big up to Shadow Group. Craig saying hi again. Hope you're well. Yes,
Hi.
yep, we're good. Thank you, Craig. We're going to have your director up in a little while, and we get to speak to him. Man like Marlon. So looking forward to getting him up. So yeah, brilliant for sorting that out for us, Craig. So, but some devastating news today again, wasn't it? A
Yeah,
young person murdered. Was he on his way to school?
I believe so, from what it looks like. Yeah, 15 years old, young boy in Hayes, Middlesex, stabbed to death this morning. Tragic. And actually I've had some news to believe that actually there was a young person stabbed in Lambeth today as well.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What I mean, we're losing so many young people.
Yeah.
And I'm just so glad that, we've got people who want to try and make a difference. I'm very proud of everybody who's connected with us recently, who
Absolutely.
want to get involved in making a change. Now, for anyone that didn't, who wasn't on our last live with us, oh, hi, Dallas, big up to you. Yes, so anyone who wasn't on our last live, Crystalla came up with a great idea and we loved it as soon as we heard it. We are actually going through with the idea starting from tonight. Now, the idea is that we, every week, the same time on a Friday at 6 o'clock, we clap for the victims of knife crime, the ones that are fallen and the ones that are still fighting. We want you to spread the word. We want you to join us. We need your help. We need your support with this. But we literally need everyone across the UK coming out on a Friday, 6 o'clock, to clap. All right? So we're going to start tonight. We'll be finishing our live just after the clap. So yeah, please, can you promote what we're doing? Please help us because we can't do this alone. Literally, we can't. And we need you all on board. We need your ideas. We need more solutions. We want you involved with all of this, don't we?
Yes. We
Mm-hmm.
do, guys. I think it's so important that this is one way of us coming together and channeling that energy to reach bigger numbers who are in power, who can listen to our young people and the people who have been affected by these tragic crimes and murders. And this is just one way that we thought of that is going to get everyone together. So, there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of truces, there's a lot of people that have lost somebody to knife crime, and it's for those people that we want to bring this message forward to say we need laws to change, we need young people's lives saved, and that's what we're
Yeah,
doing it for.
yeah. And doing this consistently will definitely raise awareness to what is going on our streets. There is
Hmm.
a war. It's a nationwide emergency, and it has been for quite a while now. It's escalating. It's not going to get any better. It's only going to get worse unless we work together. We have to work together. So
Absolutely.
please, we would love you to join us with this every Friday, 6 o'clock. Please share it. I've just seen a message from Hygeliac. He says, how do I share the live? To share it, I think you just do the arrow, don't you, on the bottom, I think, and then you can share it to your friends. But big up, thank you for that. Yes, please, everybody, if you can, please share up the live. We would really, really appreciate that. Big up to everybody locked on. Now, I'm going to add up Marlon because I think he's already requested us. All right, so we'll talk to him. Looking forward to getting some ideas from him. Right, let's get him up now. Brilliant.
Just proves they were doing good work, sweets.
Yeah. Man, it's just so heartbreaking, man. All these
We've lost
deaths.
2 today that we know of. Imagine the ones we don't know of.
Don't know about. This is exactly it. Right. I don't know if he's... Hang on, I'll request him again. See what he's saying. But yeah, we've had some very good conversations this week, haven't we? Everybody that's come on, everybody up on the live. Oh, he keeps I think it's connecting and then it's coming off, so I don't know if he's got trouble with his Wi-Fi. I don't know. Dallas is saying any life saved makes a difference. Exactly. Yeah. It certainly does. It really, really does. Yeah, and it's just enough is enough. We need to stand together. Sorry, what they say, sorry, can it be shared to a story, the live? Yeah, it can, can't it? Yeah. Okay.
I'm not sure.
I'm sure it can. I'm sure you can. But there again, I don't. Right, I'm going to try Marlon again, all right? Let's try him. I think he's connected again. Get it. All right, here we go. Right, hopefully we get him this time. Yeah, and we'll have to make sure we, at 6 o'clock as well, that we don't... Oh, he's left again. Oh, I don't know what's going on, Marlon, because I keep adding you. Oh, he's switching his mobiles. All right, brilliant. Okay, that's what I wondered. Yeah, so he'll be on shortly. But what was I just saying? What was he saying? I was going to say as well that what we're seeing, and I hadn't thought of this before, that all these murders, they're happening broad daylight, outside schools, nearby to schools. I'm sure the shooting a couple of days ago was outside. Somebody was murdered outside a primary school, and kids are witnessing, little tiny kids are having to witness these atrocities, this just awful. And we do need to protect the children. We really do. I mean, one of the things that kept cropping up was the social media, wasn't it, Crystalla?
Yeah.
That seemed to be most people's, like they believe that a lot has got to do with the social media.
I mean, even Ross Kemp touched on it in his documentary that he did on gangs, knives in the UK. And they said that people are arguing, you know, it's not just drugs, but they're arguing over stupid things on who said what on social media. And that's another part of the problem that's adding fuel to the fire.
But we're going to be looking into, you know, what things we could be able to do going forward. But we literally, like, everybody that's had any comment or had, you know, said that that was something that they thought was a massive problem, they're all saying it should be banned for young people, like completely banned.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, so it's definitely one of the top, like, priorities that we need to try and do something about. Definitely. Right, we're going to try adding now. Third time lucky. Right. What's it say? Oyster cards, free travel, 247. Not even OAPs get that. Or is that the young people you're talking about? It was somebody, yeah, I can't pronounce your name. Jill Yak. Switched my, hopefully he'll connect. Yay! Finally, man.
How you doing?
Oh, good, man.
Finally. Oh my gosh.
Thank you for coming up on the live tonight. Really, really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I know you're doing exceptional work out there. Big up to you.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. And you know what? And big up to you guys, because you're out there, you know, supporting those that have, you know, suffered, and families that are going through trauma. And it's trauma, and it's not just a now trauma, it's a lifetime trauma.
Yep.
When you lose a life to anything really, it's traumatic, but to lose a life to another young person, that could be so much more, you know, and just like their child could be, and it's just awful. So that's 2 children gone, you know. You know, the sun came out the other day, and what I saw in Hyde Park was, I can't believe it. It's like watching a movie.
I know.
And that's what it's come down to.
A horror.
It's a horror movie.
Yeah.
You know, and I suppose you got to look at how they got there. How do you get to that place of, I literally do not care anymore. I will take your life, and I'm quite happy to have my life taken.
Yeah.
And that's the mentality that we're dealing with. And I'm looking at it now, and I'm talking to people, and I'm saying, is this an illness? Is it a form of illness? Because that level of thinking is, I can't fathom it personally. So you know, as we're human beings, so we will defend ourselves. I will defend my family. You know, I won't sit here and be hypocritical and say I'm not going to defend my family, and I'm just going to turn the cheek and keep turning the cheek. But it's about where they're coming from. You know, how do they get to that place? You know, defending your family is a whole different ball game. That's your given right to defend your family. You know, and yeah, it's deep. I think it runs very, very deep. It goes back many, many years. And one of the things that I've pretty much noticed, and I think we can all say we noticed, is children are having children.
Yeah, that's come up quite a bit. People have been saying that quite a lot.
You know, children having children, and that generation that are coming up now, it's just a different ball game. Did they not get the schooling that we got? You know, and you know, is it Hazel? Is that your name? Hold on. What's your
name? Oh, Sweetly.
Sweetly, and what's your name?
Oh, me, Crystal.
Yeah,
Crystalla,
Crystal. And you know, Crystal, Hazel. You know, we won't talk about ages, because my knees start hurting as soon as I think about my age. You know what I mean? But you know, my generation growing up, we could have a punch up.
And
we did. And we spoke to one another the week later, you know, and sometimes a feud may go on a little longer, but we got over it. We got over it. There's something else. There's something else at work here, because there's no getting over it. The only way to get over it is to take a life. And that's the mentality being pumped into these youths. And, you know, you can't blame it on drill music. Music's just music. I'm an absolute hip hop lover.
Oh, you know, I wanted to talk to you about music, because I know, are you a music teacher as well?
I am indeed. I'm a singing teacher at a high school and music at a primary school, 2 primary schools.
Oh, wicked.
So So I've been vocal coaching for good 25 years.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's a
about
long
25
while, isn't
years.
it, to be doing that?
So yeah, showing my age now. So yeah, so I teach. So I've always been in and amongst the youth.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what you're doing is amazing. I'm trying my best out here, you know, and many others.
Yeah,
And to the point where when you look out, I think this group or this set of children, because they are children, going out and killing each other,
mm-hmm.
literally hacking each other to death. They are, you know, I don't know, they are in need of some serious guidance, you
Mm-hmm.
know, because you know, if a child is having a child, I know that child can only teach that child so much, you know, you can only teach that child so much, and that child is pretty much, you know, they're in need of counseling. You know, it's deeper than that. It's well-being.
Yeah,
It's about identifying and you know, observation and identifying, has that child actually got a learning difficulty? Has he got, you know, is that child SEN? Because there's so many
yeah,
SEN children out there. You know, I know when I was growing up there wasn't that many in the schools. You know, but I work in 1, 2, 4 schools at the
yeah.
moment, and the first school that I worked in, they had a few SEN. The second school I worked in was classed as a high, like classified as a level 4 sort of entry of SEN children. So you're talking every single class had some form of SEN going on. The behavioural issues in that school was just, yeah, it drive
Mm.
you crazy. You know what I mean? It was terrible. It was bad. And but when if you read the reports, obviously I can't discuss certain reports or names or anything like this. But if you read some of the reports that I read, you would cry. You know, the things that these children went through, and we're talking about from adults that are my age,
It's horrible.
inflicting pain and misery upon children that are now in our society aged maybe 18 now,
Mm-hmm.
you know, 16, around 16 now, you know, 16, 17, 18. But if you read their reports you wouldn't believe it, you know, awful things, you know. And those children were the little terrors in the school. They were bad, you know. And I worked with um, several of these children, and you know, watching them grow up. And some of them grew up. They did. Some of
Yeah,
them grew up. They needed that little help. They needed someone to turn to. Some, you know, teachers are, there's some great teachers out there, you know,
oh yeah,
and
there
pupils
is.
can look to their teacher and they can have that discussion. And there's not some, you know, I work in schools, all right, and
Yeah,
there's some not so great teachers, you
yeah.
know, and I got
I
to
was
wonder
watching. I
why do
was
you have
watching.
this, why do you have this job, you know what I mean? And you know, so we got to look at we got to try and get to the root of it all, and it isn't just one thing.
No,
It's
what we've discovered
multiple.
this week
Mm.
is there's lots. There's lots. Um, yeah, there was a lot of things that we touched on, wasn't there, Crystalla? Um,
Exactly. Exploitation covers a wide range of things. You know, we're talking from county lines to learning difficulties to exploitation to a wide
peer
range of things.
grooming as well.
Bullying, you know, peer on peer, grooming, all of it. Where does it
Mm,
Yeah,
stop?
yeah.
that
Where
is.
does it stop?
And we talked about the people that film when someone's dying, they've just been stabbed, bleeding to death. The people
Yeah,
out there that are filming it, sharing it, they're adding to this whole. I
yeah.
mean, we
And
talked
how is
about
that done? Okay, yeah, and like from a mental point of view, I look at um how did I feel? Once upon a time, you know, you'd hear the news and it was somebody got stabbed, and you literally felt you didn't need to know this person. They could live on the other side of the world. you feel that, you feel it, you know. And it was, ooh, wow, they got stabbed. That person's now dead. And what media has done, and it's things I've even written about in my songs. I've got songs about this.
I
In the
want to hear
media,
your music, Marlon. So
you
make sure
will.
you
Do you know
send me.
what? Now we've connected. You will hear my music.
Wicked.
And what I do write about is conscious things. You know, I
Brilliant.
write about real life. I
Yep.
write stories. You know,
Oh,
and I write. You know, I've got a few gimmicks, frills and frolics, but you know, the main thing is putting out the message and being absolutely real. And I tend to, whenever I think about writing a song, I tend to go down that path, and I'm pretty much, you know, looking at society, and I'm writing about it, rather than let me just make up something to give the audience a thrill of some sort. For me, that's not really real music,
no.
you know. And what I listen to is heartfelt. You know, you can feel the emotion. And from the artist's point of view, I want to believe you. When you open your mouth and you sing a song, and you're acting for you're acting for 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes, or whatever it may be. I want to believe every word that what that's being sung. You know, so
Because there's
that's
so
where I'm
much
coming from a musical point
rubbish
of view.
being rapped and sung out there that it's just, you know, we need more real rap, more real messages. But this is why I do what I do with my music platform.
Okay.
I push artists that have that message, that are speaking out,
Yeah.
that are conscious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I can't wait to hear your
I'm glad
music.
we've connected, you know, and I think Craig is around
Oh,
probably
big up
listening.
to Craig, man.
Craig is working away at the moment. You know,
Oh,
big up to
bless him.
Craig, because maybe if we work for Craig, we wouldn't be talking anyway, you know, and coming to this place where we are now,
Yeah.
and where we want to find a solution
Yeah.
to whatever's going on out there.
But see, that's what's
You know,
wrong.
so
You know, having to want to find a solution. We shouldn't have to find a solution. This shouldn't be happening, full stop.
this shouldn't be happening. And you know, one of the things I've always cried about is self-worth. It's one of the things, like, when I talk to certain people and they think I'm crazy, you know what I mean? Because I'm saying, you know, everything that you see in front of you was placed there. Most of the things that you see, yeah, you're probably not in control of. You know, if it isn't coming from you directly, you're not in control of it. Someone's placed it there, someone's taught it to you, someone's inspired you in some way, shape, or form. So these people that we call experts, these people that run the world, yeah, they know this. Yeah. And I remember it was Sharon Osbourne was on X Factor, and I remember saying that, you know, the audience are fickle. And that's a massive statement. And the audience are fickle. Yeah. The audience are sheeple. This is what she's really saying.
Yeah.
They're sheeple. The audience will do anything we want them to do if you know how to do it.
Yes.
And there are strategies, psychological strategies, that can manipulate the human mind. Yeah. And you will buy into it. And simple thing, advertisements in certain countries, they are not allowed to advertise to children because children don't work. Little kids don't go and buy dollies. Yeah. So you are not allowed to advertise. Yeah. This form of manipulation, mental manipulation, it's a real thing. And I believe that is also a part of what these children are about. They have been manipulated. And you have different forms of manipulation, as you know, and you have an aggressive form. The worst form of manipulation, aggressive manipulation. And yeah, you can get someone, it takes that gang grooming, you know, getting someone to run county lines and all this sort of stuff. This is a form of manipulation, aggressive, you know, deep, dark, you know, manipulation. And this is learned. It's something that's been learned. You've learned to do that, you know. So whether you are the elder, yeah, or the junior, yeah, you are learning this thing and you are now teaching it,
and passing it
and
on.
it's passing it on. And this is deep. This is deep. At the same time, I truly believe that it is a very small percentage of the youth. Yeah, because as I said, I work in 4 schools. I know many of those children, 99% of those children, they don't want trouble.
Yeah.
They don't want to pick up a zombie knife, for Christ's sake, yeah, and try and chop someone's head off. They don't want to do that. They want to go home and drink and eat
But
biscuits.
this is why
You
I
know what I mean?
feel for the young people.
Yeah.
Because whether they are carrying or they're up against it, like.
So, and this is it. Yeah, they're up against that pair, the next lad, the pair hanging on the corner, being sent out to go on a recruit or whatever he's doing, to try and, inveigle and, manipulate another young person into their little crazy cult and gang, and the land of evil. It's just pure evil, and that has gone out the window. That thought of, do you know what, this is not good, this really can't do me any good, where does it end, where does it stop? So these guys that are killing themselves over crazy things, argument with a girlfriend, I'm going to stop you from causing harm to a girlfriend, I'm going to turn around and kill you, yeah, even though I might even know you. It comes down to, and I remember being at school when the word respect was being thrown around. Right, you disrespected me. That word disrespect, and I don't hear it get mentioned at all, because I'm not amongst those youths. So, but the disrespect thing element comes into play. Wow, I've just got disrespected. I'm going to have to do something about that. And if I don't do something about that, I'm going to be seen as weak.
Yeah.
And what's happening, they've got it all twisted, and that understanding of what is weakness, what is strength, what is good, what is, bad, it's all twisted, it's all gone, it's gone. But we haven't completely lost our youth.
No. No.
And that's the thing that we need to start pushing out there. And it's something that I've spoken about to groups in Croydon, where I'm from, and where, we need to have posters, we need to have billboards, we need to have an advertisement of the achievements of our positive youth out there in the system. They're out there and they don't get a mention. The only thing we see is negativity. Now, if that's all we're seeing, we're going to breed negativity.
Yeah.
Monkey see, monkey do. Simple as that. And they know this. They know that if we just bombard the papers with crime, negativity, it will breed negativity. They know this works. They know how psychology works. They study this thing. They're not stupid, and in fact, I can go as far as saying they probably sit round and discuss it,
Yeah.
I say, do you know what? Yeah, let's go with this. Yeah, regardless of what it's going to cause, what the outcome's going to be. And I remember when this is years back. This was on the news. You're not allowed to slap your children now. It's against the law.
Take away their laptop, no matter what they do.
Yeah, it's against the law. Yeah, it's against the law. All right, and this was done in the name of what? Child abuse. They know that weren't going to stop child abuse. There's more child abuse now than there's ever been. No, that was a absolute ploy. As far as I'm concerned, I remember sitting in the inset days at school, and we had to discuss this thing, and what I got from those meetings were, there was a plan to take away the power from the parent.
And then look
Okay,
what's happened.
take away the power from the parent, and that child will run riot. Yeah, and I've got 7 nephews. Yeah, they're all big men now, but yeah, I've got 7 nephews, 7 nieces. You know,
Oh
and
my God, yes, loads. Ah,
they're big people now. You know,
yeah.
and you know, my nephew, and I remember my nephew saying, "Do you know what? He swore in the house. I remember it was over egg or something like that, and he swore, and I was like, "What the hell's going on here?" And it was, you know what? You do that, and I'm gonna have to get a little, yeah, because talking about my sister,
Yeah.
that's my sister that you're swearing
Yeah.
around. I don't care if it's your mum, that's my sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got boot camp for about 6 weeks, every single morning, 6 weeks, every single day, 6 o'clock in the morning. I was there, yeah, making sure he was up doing boot camp with me. Yeah, that's the level of thinking that needs to be going on with our youth.
Somebody suggested well, in fact, and a lot of people agreed as well, was national service for young people, like compulsory.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. And
Yeah?
yes, we don't want them to then turn around and be abused.
No.
Yeah, because you know when people get in power, it goes to their heads. You know, and you know, but America's got a number of states that you know you don't turn up for school, they're knocking on your door, and you have to go boot camp.
Yeah.
You know, and that ex-army sergeant is shouting in your face until you eat your humble pie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely. Prison's
and
not working. The system's not
no, no,
working.
no.
You know, even for single parents that have to go to work, sometimes they have to work 12 hours a day just to try and keep a roof over their head. So,
Yeah,
you know, what is raising our children? Technology,
yeah,
pornography, video
Yep.
games,
Yeah.
drugs. You know,
yeah,
there's no boundaries. Teachers
Yeah.
don't, you know, teachers
yeah,
have no rights.
yeah.
Parents don't have no rights. So
No,
at what point,
no.
you know, as a parent, do you have to sit down and say, do you know what? There's got to be a point where I have to educate myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
You know,
That education is absolute key. And you got, you know, got to give them a mention. Family first. They're out there doing the work, patrolling the streets, you
We
know,
need all the
and
streets patrolled.
we
We need
need
to
all the
spread
streets
that.
patrolled. And once
That
upon a
needs.
time, there was a police, you know, or two walking up and down on the street. That's gone now. There's no bobbies walking around. You know, there's no officers walking around. You know, walking the beat. It's not there. You know, how did a group? How many Rambo and zombie knives did I see in Hyde Park? How did they get into Hyde Park? What happened to the
Exactly.
system? What
Yeah.
happened to the system that's able to
Isn't
detect
it the Queen's
metal?
Park?
Yeah, I
Like,
thought I heard. Yeah, how did they get in? Did they pull it there the night before and then turn up
exactly.
there? So it's Hyde Park in the middle of London.
Yeah.
Where's your cameras?
Yeah.
Where's the cameras that saw these lads hiding the knives the night
Yeah.
before? Because how on earth did they get them there on the day and not be detected? If someone's got a big knife down their trouser, you are going to be walking a little funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you got a big knife up your arm, you're going to be walking a little nut. And I'm talking the knives are this long. They don't even fit in my screen. Yeah. So it's not, this is, you know, I'm not going to blame the police, you know, because you're not causing, you're not, you know, it's not your act of crime. It's the youth. And, but something's not right there either. Yeah.
Definitely.
Because they shouldn't be able to leave their house. Now, if this was China, you're leaving your house with the big Rambo knife, you're going to get caught by the time you get to the end of the street. Yeah, because you're on
Don't mess
surveillance.
about there, mate.
And they'll know your name. By the time you stepped out your house, your name's on the screen somewhere, and you're going jail. Yeah, that's it. You're never allowed to leave, not allowed to leave the country again, and all that palaver. So I don't want a security, you know, run country like that. No, that's not what I want. But there should be better surveillance. There needs to be something in place, put in place by the police. There was talks of a system where they're able to just drive past and it will detect whether you are carrying a weapon. of some sort. And that sounded really cool. I was like, you know what, this can work. You know, where was it the other day? Where was it? You know, there's somebody out there that gets paid, yeah, to ensure that mayhem continues. And that's what we're really up against. Yeah. The picture is huge.
Yeah, no, we
know it's huge.
Massive.
It's way beyond that. It is way beyond us.
Yeah.
All right. And so this is where with like I help run PKC Academy, preventing knife crime, and that's the key word. Prevention is better than cure.
Yeah.
And I went to a youth club every Friday. I remember when youth clubs sort of like just disappeared. What are those kids going to do now? They fall into the wrong hands. They're caught up in the hype. It's not really them. Deep down, it's not really them. But once you're caught up, you're caught up. And once you're caught up, you can't leave. And that's the pressure that's on them. And if you want to leave, you've got to be prepared to fight for your life. And that's what they're up against. They're up against, and it's just evil. It's just pure evil.
Yeah.
It's just pure evil. So I'm all down for the prevention.
Yeah.
The education.
This is where
That's
we're at with basically, what do we do to save the children's lives now? Like literally now. What can we actually do to save their lives now? We looked at the bleed control kits. So, we could be seeing people being saved who've been stabbed.
Instead of filmed.
I totally believe in them.
Exactly. Instead of filmed.
Instead of filmed, are you in the know of Croydon Says No? Do you know them?
Oh yes. Yeah.
I don't think so.
Worked and coordinated our cities say no to serious youth violence. So I was part of that 45 towns and cities. So I've worked with them,
So we're in 100% support of, Croydon Says No, and I know Yemin and her team there. And what she's done, placing bleed kits in what we call the hotspots in the area.
Their ones are different to my ones, though, that because the ones that we are raising money for, that we are praying that, people just club together and just literally provide yourselves with a bleed cabinet, which, because they're public access, because I've got the mobile kit, I've got some here. But the problem with them is if you had it in, say, like, I don't know, a community centre or a shop, they're not open 24/7. The cabinets, you can literally, a bystander can walk past, see somebody bleeding out, bleeding to death. They use the phone. They're directed with a code to get in the box, get the kit out. Then they're directed how to help them to actually use the kit while the ambulance is on its way. Now, the actual kit is matched up to the London ambulance, and also put it this way, in the West Midlands, a friend of mine has literally got them all over West Midlands, right? She's got people all over clubbing together. I'm so proud of her. I want that for us in London. I've got a GoFundMe going, and I want to do kind of my local areas, Peckham, Brixton, Dulwich, all like my kind of sides. But I want people to actually like get together and sort out their own areas, The kits are between £500 and £600. The mobile kits are quite a bit cheaper. But like I said, they're not access 24/7 if you wherever you put them. But that I believe will definitely save lives. And not only knife crime victims, road traffic accidents, anything where they're bleeding to death. And and that little first aid, that little training, that's crucial.
you know, and I think
Yeah.
everyone should.
My friend does that. She's training up. She's trained up the police. She's trained up, like, she lost her own son. He was
Right.
stabbed tragically, bled to death. But she realised if there was a kit there, he could possibly still be alive today. So
Yeah.
she researched it. You probably know her, Lynn, who's the Daniel Baird Foundation.
Lynn.
Yeah, you probably there was on Crime Watch all about the kits. She's been on the news.
Yeah.
She won the Pride of Britain. She's
Right.
amazing. But yeah, so we're purchasing the kits through her because they are the ones that are matched up to the London Ambulance Service and the ambulance services. So when they arrive, it's the same equipment that they would have used. It's not different.
So you literally get into the cabinet, use the phone, and
they give you the code to get in. You get the pack, and then they'll tell you exactly what to do with it. Because it's quite surprising what you have to do. Lynn's got videos up on her YouTube channel that show you kind of how to use them. But we've got the same vision to get these nationwide, all over the UK. And that was just one of the solutions for right now, because we've been thinking about quite a few more.
Yeah. You know, I think another thing as well is poverty.
Yeah.
Poverty, generational wealth amongst Black families. You know, I think that is probably a major problem. Out of all the nations, you know, you got the African descendants, Jamaican, you know, you have British, you know, nations here, the white nation here, you know, that generation, when it comes to certain people, we are at the bottom when it comes to generational wealth. There's wealthy individuals. There are wealthy individuals that should be jumping up and being all over these bleak kits, all over, you know, but they're not, because there's no unity. And that's been something that
I was just going to say, because I just
saw
unity. A message, right?
Yeah.
From one of my artists, Tigo DiCaprio, big up to you. He's saying we need all youth organisations to work in partnership with each other. Link up the areas as a collective and administer the same policies throughout their designated areas instead of working solo.
Yeah,
big
absolutely.
Up, that's exactly what needs to happen. I've been trying, like, since I started this, that is exactly what I had in mind. Yeah. That is what I do. I support people doing exceptional work out there with the idea of getting the community to back them. And that we all work together. Like
there's the whole postcode wars amongst the youth. I can't go there, you can't go there, you know, and there's even postcode wars amongst adults, and companies and businesses, there are, you know, and to a point where I've even experienced a little bit, which I can't touch on, you know, really, and go into depth. But there are, you know, that there's a complete lack of unity amongst our people. And we need to get over that. Seriously, we do. The whole prejudice thing, you know, amongst Africans and Jamaicans, you know, it runs deep, it runs right through. There's always going to be some kind of prejudice going on, you know, somewhere. But I think that's
the world needs to grow up, mate. That's basically what needs to happen. Everyone needs to start acting like adults. Sorry.
Yeah. And that's it.
You know,
just grow up.
And also, you know, emotional intelligence and having that ability to rise past, you know, it's all right to feel bad, it's all right to feel angry, but it's not okay to act on it, you know. This is where, you know, knowledge is really important in teaching people how to, you know, we know violations aren't right. That's why we have a justice system. Everybody knows children are children, mate. It's got to stop.
And that is it. Children are children,
Yeah.
and children cannot run themselves.
But it's
No.
like
You leave a child and it
all
will run
these
wild.
things are happening, right? All these
Yeah.
horrific crimes in front of our children. Not only are our children being murdered, it's in front of other children on their
Yeah.
way to school, outside their primary school. While they're walking to primary school, there's a dead body. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, we need to protect our children.
Yeah. And it's the desensitizing of it all as well.
Yeah, that's the other issue,
No
isn't it?
I
longer,
think it's a lot of
it's no
people
longer
posting.
tragic. It's just another thing that's just happened. It's no longer so tragic. And you know, it's absolutely crazy. And but that is down to media. That is down to what's being pumped in front of these youth. This is down to the games, GTA, and all this constant killing that's going on. You're no longer, you're just numb to it.
Fortnite. Somebody came on the other night and said that, to be worried about Fortnite, what was going on. And he was saying something to do with killing someone. Like, I mean, I've never
and then
played
dancing,
it,
wasn't it?
And then, and then dancing. Okay. And we might look at it as, it's just a game. Do you know what? These things
they're
are deep.
sponges.
Yeah, they're sponges. It's the subliminal things that get to them. Subliminal messaging really does work. I was watching, and this is when it really hit home. Do you remember Bravo? The channel?
Oh,
Bravo.
yeah. Let's go.
Right? Back in the day, okay? Bravo. The last time I watched Bravo was the last time I watched Bravo. Okay? Never watched it again. In the corner was flashing symbols. Sin, the devil, just constantly flashing. And it's only when I looked carefully and I thought, what's that?
Yeah.
And it was just flashing constantly. That's that's subliminal messaging.
Yeah.
Okay, it's programming.
And if that
and
was
they
back
know
then, like, what's going on now?
That was back then, you know, and it works. It's not a joke, you know. It's almost sorcery. Yeah. Okay. And so when I start talking to people, I get deep, you know, because when we go to school, we learn to spell. Yeah. But what is a spell? A spell is something a spell is something that you cast.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So we got to be very careful with our words.
Yes.
And every word carries its own vibration, its own frequency, and its own energy.
Yes.
Okay. That's the real world that we're living in. We live in a world of vibration. But you're not taught that at school, yeah? Because they don't want you to know this, yeah? Because the schooling system is actually built on the revolution. This is built on industrial, yeah? We need to get everybody working in factories and blah, blah, blah. The kids of today aren't working in no factories, yeah? When their mate can give them a bag of coke to hold, yeah? Some crack, yeah? You can sit in a house. It looks like it's 300 quid. It might seem a lot to a 14-year-old who's gone missing and his parents are crying, thinking that he's dead, you know, when he's actually sitting in a house full of needles and potentially coming back with a disease or something, you know, from being stuck in the butt because they can't sit down. But when tiredness gets you off, and you got to sit down on that sofa, who knows what can happen?
It's true. They're being stripped of their life skills.
That's the real world. So we're hearing about children going missing and coming back home and being found. Where have they been?
Yeah, county line. Yeah.
Okay, they've been running county lines. They've been trapped. They've been doing a different
Sexually
world.
abused.
And to that point as well, you know, and mental abuse, and it's awful. And
physical and neglect. The list goes on, mate.
There you go. It just goes on and on and on. And it is a few. And we're seeing a lot of it. We're seeing a lot of it, but we need to also balance it out. Because we need to also be seeing the positive. Yeah. And that's what's being hidden from us.
We don't see a lot of positive.
No, it's been hidden. That's deliberate.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the
And it
world we're
seems to
living in.
be
We're
the
living in a world
negativity
what
that
is,
gets shared and goes
yeah,
viral.
absolutely. I need to see our astronauts with dreadlocks on a poster somewhere. You know, I need to see that inventor, you know, on a poster
Yeah,
somewhere.
should be. Yeah.
But you think,
You
you know
know,
what, it's so deep that, you know, they look at what they're doing to our environment. You know, we don't have enough people that care about our planet. You know, young people are the next generation to protect our
Yeah.
planet. Even the
yeah,
rhinos, you know, and now are extinct. Are you mad? The
yeah,
only thing they couldn't survive was humanity. What do you
yeah,
need to kill such a beautiful animal for to gain what? It's all about too much ego, too much
yeah,
pride, low self-esteem, insecurities, fear, all of these things that, you know, and like you say, especially in, you know, cultured communities, it's
yeah,
not good for men to talk because it makes them feel weak. So we've got conditioned older men now who have been through extreme trauma that the only way they can channel how they feel is through anger,
yeah,
or you know, the guilt
And they
levels that
can't.
they have.
Yeah.
It still, it spurges them to go out and do more harm because that's the only way they can deal with it. How do we
yeah,
break that?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. How do we?
You know, how do you, yeah, how do you break it? And it's not something that can be done overnight. And as the gentleman that you spoke to before said, you know, unity is key. That harmony amongst us is key.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Black,
Love.
white, blue, beige, who
Mm-hmm.
cares? You know, we're one, you know, and we
This
need
is
to,
why I was just going to say why I think that doing this, going out and clapping on a Friday, 6 p.m. every week, yeah, as
mm,
a tribute to all the fallen victims of knife crime and the ones that are still fighting. This is
yeah,
our
yeah, yeah,
chance to actually come together and actually prove we
yeah,
can do it.
Exactly,
yeah,
and do it
I
in such a
attempted it.
way.
Yeah,
Exactly, that's been successful. They've given us the tools we need. Now let's use it in a different way. They've shown
yeah,
us that,
yeah, yeah,
you know, let's look at COVID. You know, how many people died during COVID, but we still went out and clapped, didn't we?
mm-hmm,
Same
yeah,
exactly.
thing, mate.
yeah,
We're still trying
Yeah,
to save lives. Everyone, you know, this is going to be beneficial to people who have fallen victim to knife crime or know someone that has, because you're going to see next door and next door is going to see you, and you never know who it's going to affect. This is about a movement. Everything's about
mm-hmm.
frequency and energy, right?
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely,
certainly is.
absolutely, absolutely. You know, prevention is better than cure, guys. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You know, and you know, we can't do it overnight. You know, nor could we do Rome. It can't. It doesn't get built overnight. We need to apply and be committed to the cause. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and looks like my phone's going to ring. Don't ring. It is going to ring. Right. Let me tell him. I'll get back
Okay.
to you. Um, you know, we got to be committed to the cause, and it's a long process. You know, and like with PKC Academy, you know, we run free football. We've done it for 2018 October. You know, it started off in a little hall, 5 kids or so. You know, that outgrew the hall. You know, so I moved to a pitch. You know, and we've been offering free football ever since. And we can look at it and say, you know, it's just free football. No, it's a free activity. It's a physical activity. It's an outlet. It's you not being there and you being here. So I can talk to you in a positive manner and show you that there's great role models out there. You know,
Yeah.
and we're talking about we got 100 strong. We get 100 lads every Saturday at our training session, and we
Yeah.
will be expanding to a Thursday. We'll be expanding to a Wednesday, um, as well, and possibly a Monday. You know, it's something that needs to happen. We need to have things in place, things for these children to do, um, and take them away from that life that you're living, that path that you might be heading towards. You know, if you're with me for 3 hours, then I know you're not being
Yeah.
groomed over here. Simple as that. Hold on a minute. Did that turn
Yeah,
down?
definitely. I was going to read out a few messages as well.
Yep, yep.
At the top actually. That hang on, I want to find that. Where did it go? Oh, here we go. Let me tell you, this is from Aaron, so he's one of yours, I think. Let me tell you something. This man is one of the most inspirational, hardworking and caring people. He helped me start my dreams without asking for anything in return. My idol, Marlon, my guy.
Oh, that's
amazing. Oh, big up, man.
Nice.
Also, AV, he says, I think mental health should be something that's more explored in the educational sector and all social activities. I think it would be more effective to start from a young age till they're an adult. Yep. Big up to Mr. Payne as well. To go. We got, I've missed quite a lot of these.
Trying to work out
Craig is saying that your 50 boys plus that you have, 14 to 16, are good boys and they don't ever cause trouble. They never cause trouble. That's lovely. That's lovely. What else have we got? Yeah, big up to everybody who's locked in tonight as well. Big up to Adam R, one of my best in Britain producers. Big up to you. Big up to the broski, romantic serial killer. Big up to you. That was a good live the other night, wasn't it? As well.
Yeah,
we're going live. We're going to be doing the clap at 6 o'clock. I can't see what the time is. What time is it?
6 o'clock, mate.
What, right now?
Yeah, 1 minute past.
Oh my God, right. We're going to have to
6:01.
lock this off, all right? But we will be back on, well, in fact, we're going to do the clap. But after we've done the clap, we are locking this off. But everyone is welcome to come on any other of the podcasts that we do. Marlon, you're welcome to come back on anytime. Absolutely. All right? It's been a pleasure to get you on this evening. All right? Thank you for your input. Yeah, because we're going to need your help, man, going forwards. And also with this clap as well. So I think I'll add up Romantic Serial Killer because I can't see any of the other two, Peace and Love Movement or...
Yeah, do that.
Yeah? Okay, so we're just going to give it 1 minute clap. And this is for the victims of knife crime, all right? Excellent. And the people who are still fighting it. So we're going to go out in a second. I'm just going to add him up. So yeah, there's 4 of us then. So we can start this. And literally, this is it now consistently every Friday. And we want the word out there. We want you to spread the word for us. Please share the information. This is our opportunity for everybody to actually make a stand together.
Literally. We've got no choice now, guys. We have to.
Yeah, it's deep out here.
Right, let's add up Romantic Serial Killer.
Oh. You know what, guys, thank you very much. Yeah, it's been a pleasure. It's
been lovely to connect with you, Marlon, as well. Big up to you.
Hey.
Peace and love.
Right. Peace and blessings all.
Enough love to you. Thanks for all your input as well the other night. Really appreciate it.
I know you're welcome.
Right, so we are going to start the clapping, right?
If you don't mind, because I'm a bit clap shy, I'm going to do an air raid siren instead. I'm going to blast it out, though.
I don't even know, I haven't even got a spare hand. Right, let's do this. Right.
Are we ready?
For all the knife crime victims.
Yeah.
Get your headphones on to protect your ears.
Ready? Yeah. God bless all of you trying to get out of here. Thank you to everyone who's trying to be out of it. We're losing young people every day. We have to fight it. We have to protect our youth. We have to stand up and fight it. We need lives off the street. Stand up for other people who can't fight for themselves. We need to end exploitation of our young people. That's all we need to do. We need to come together and make a difference, guys. Save a life. God bless everyone who's been affected. We feel your pain. We understand what it's like to lose someone out of anger. Oh, I'm so proud of us,
Big
guys.
up, everyone.
Yes.
Yay! Big up to all of you, man.
Big up, man. Big up, big up, big up.
Respect. Big up.
Blessings, blessings.
And have the air siren.
Right. And I've lost my sound.
Oh, big up to all of you. So much love, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? That's what it's about. We need to spread some love in the atmosphere, you know?
Yes, exactly. It's the only way we can fight it now.
Honestly.
All about love, man. You can never get enough love.
Oh, thanks, everyone.
Oh, yes.
You know,
Big up, man. All of us, yeah. We've started this, and yeah, I'm feeling positive about this, and I do believe we can make changes together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Together.
I've had a good idea, you know.
Oh, I love it.
Remember yesterday I mentioned the take it to the cage idea?
Yes.
Perhaps we could all try to get onto UFC and get them to back it and fund it.
Oh, that's.
Do you know what? That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Brilliant.
I'm sure they'll be interested to do something towards helping the youths to not kill each other, right?
Not?
Absolutely.
They did
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Love that.
How many young people paid tickets to auditions that want to fight? Come on, give something back, mate. Show them that it's not real. Like, come on, be responsible.
And they're mega.
Corporations need to be responsible.
I love that, though. Yes. Now, listen, starting Monday, we're back again, all right? And we'll be, touching on all these things, the main things that we've discussed this week, all the best ideas, and we're going to be working on doing something with that, all right? So, yes, make sure to join us, all right, from next week. We're definitely back on Monday. I think, are we going to do the afternoon again?
We can.
Yeah, we'll probably do the afternoon, but then evening.
Maybe on a Monday. All right. Maybe Monday. Yeah.
Oh, my ideas just never stop going around in my head.
Good.
I just came up with another one.
Wicked.
You know, remember yesterday someone said, "What would you do if you had the bout in the cage manifest, but then it escalated?" Okay, cool. Let's do a Royal Rumble then under the referee, and why not? It can be entertained as well.
Yeah, we've got to try and bring love and laughter back to these kids' hearts, man.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And I think the ones that want to swing it out, let them swing it out in a positive way, like I said, in a guided environment in the cage.
Yeah.
And try and like harness their aggression and work with it. Because all energy, essentially, I believe you can turn negative into positive.
Yes.
Yeah, and you can turn positive into negative as well, obviously.
Yeah.
It works both ways. But, you know, it's about whether we learn how to harness that energy and turn it into a positive.
Yes.
Yeah.
And not being scared of being happy and free. I think the other thing, people are scared of being happy. Yeah. Because they know someone's going to try and take it away from them.
And on
that's
that
another
note,
thing.
Oh, go on. I was just going to say I'm going to lock it off soon because my phone is literally going to die. I don't want to lose the live that we've done. All right?
Right.
Okay. So thank you all. I'm sending you lots of love, right? Have a wicked rest of your evening and your weekends, all right? If I don't speak to you, okay? But we're back Monday and we're just going to, just focus on that, on solutions, man, all right? But
definitely.
Thank you for everything, all your input, all right? Big up, Marlon. Big up.
Blessings every time. And we will talk music
I thought it started at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
I turned up late because I thought it started at 6.
No worries, man. I'm glad you made it. All right.
See you all Monday.
All right.
Right. Take care, guys.
Bye.
Blessings,
bye,
ladies and gentlemen. Blessings. Take care.
Love.
Peace and love. Bye for now.
Bye.
Take care.
Blessings.